What's cracking, Naptown? So, here we are. It's like Tuesday. I did the thing on Saturday. I still haven't watched it, listened to it yet. I'll watch it, listen to it sometime. Yeah, I know I messed up a few times. I don't even want to listen to it right now. You know what I mean? Also, it's like 3 hours. I don't want to put in right now. I'm gonna listen to it. Yesterday I played for like 5 hours and some change. I've got a renewed vigor on the practice front because I feel like I can practice whatever I want. I feel like practicing those 2 songs that I had to play, it was a real anchor weighing me down. And man, now I can practice some things that I've just had on my mind for such a long time. And that's been really relieving. That's what I'm thankful for, this renewed vigor. So the timeline of things, early in the year, back in January, I was going to play 30 hours a week. And about week 9, I started noticing some numbness in my fingers. And it got worse and worse until like week 15. And then I was getting numbness in my hands when I wasn't playing guitar. And I couldn't close my index finger on my left hand all the way. And I was starting to get a little bit concerned about things. And then I went on vacation. Didn't play it for 17 days. Maybe 18. Probably 17. And the whole time I was on vacation, I had to think about my technique and my form and how to not hurt myself. I was worried I was giving myself nerve damage. I'm not a doctor. I don't know that. But it felt like I was giving myself nerve damage. And now the contest is over. I can concentrate on playing the Scrapper Blackwell stuff and on Justin Townes Earl technique and on tremolo work. And so I've got a much broader spectrum of things I can work on. If I start to get any kind of tenderness in my hand, I can just switch to a different thing to work on, and I'm right back up on top of things, right? And so that feels really, really good. And I played 5 hours yesterday. The only thing that hurts is the cuticle on my finger from slapping it on those strings. And that kind of makes sense. I've never done that before. So I feel really positive about what's coming up. Al rewrote one of my songs. I love that because it's a fresh perspective. It's another step in that idea. It's so good. It's so ridiculously good. And so I think I should learn Al's version of that song, get him a video of it, and I think that's what I'll do today. I'm gonna work on techniques. Oh, metronome work. I need to think about putting more time into that metronome. I was playing way too fast at the end of that performance. I know I was, and that's all there is to it. And so I need to pull my head out, work with the metronome. It would help on the Justin Townes Earl stuff too. Working those 6-beat or 8-beat measures on the metronome would absolutely improve them. Note to self. All right, have a really good day. What's cracking, Naptown? Start this thing off with gratitude. You know what I'm thankful for today? Barbecue. I went and had some barbecue last night. It's fantastic. It was called like the Rusty Silo or something. Rusted Silo, maybe. And they were making their sauces in-house. They had a habanero sauce in there. It was lighting me up. Love that stuff. For the last 3 days, I've been able to put in wacky hours on the nylon strings. I mean, I played 5 hours and some change on Monday, 4 hours and some change on Tuesday, 5 hours yesterday. And if I hadn't had to go out to dinner, I'd have played another hour or 90 minutes or whatever. And that's really encouraging, because if I could physically play for 6 hours a day, well, then I could get 2,000 hours a year in. And that's a significant advantage over a person putting in 1,000 hours a year. See what I'm saying? Okay, yesterday I put a little piece of Velcro strap, super glued it to the top of my blue guitar so that I can stabilize the microphone for my personal voice amplifier that I stuff into the sound hole. A personal voice amplifier is like the thing that a street preacher uses, or a football coach. You know, he's got a microphone, a little speaker on his hip. It's that thing. But they're getting real good now and real small. So the one I've got weighs like, I'm going to say it weighs a pound or something like that, 0.8 pounds. And so it's a lot of volume for not very much weight. And I can just strap that to the headstock, and I've got a little bit of amplification for busking and stuff. And I tried the Justin Townes Earl stuff with the amplification, and that was just fine. That's going to be just fine. I might go play the Gen Con entrance this morning, maybe. But it's been very, very encouraging to be able to put in 14 hours in 3 days. Because if I can put in 28 hours this week and take Sunday off, I'll feel like I'm finally starting to achieve something that I tried to do back in January. Started hurting myself. But I kind of feel like the nylon strings, the classical neck, and then just playing the steel strings occasionally whenever I want to. It's way easier on the fingers. And I'm kind of thinking that if I find myself in the position where I got to play those steel strings, super glue your fingers up, man. Just like give yourself a little dot of protection on your index where you hurt yourself so bad. And that might actually help. All right. I hope you have a really good day.